Okay, so that has to happen. Okay. Okay, so from there we can figure out A, right? Namely, we get 3. Okay. 3 is equal to A times 1 minus 2 squared, right? Because when x is 1, we must get 3. But this is equal to A times negative 1 squared, which is just A. So A, in fact, is 3. Now, since A is 3, right, we have our quadratic function. It's this. So that's what we get. Okay. Are there any questions on this example? Yes.
Can you go over where you're like substituting the 3 in for?
Oh, 3 is actually equal to f of 1. So 3 is equal to the entire equation.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Good. Good question. Any other questions? Anyone? In fact, we can always check our answer by actually graphing it. Right? You can see that if we graph this, yes, we get the vertex is 2, 0. That should happen. And does the graph pass through the point 1, 3? Well, yes, it does. So here's 1, 3, as you can see. So that's good. So we have a way of checking, so to say. Okay, that's good. Let's do another example. Okay, so for this one, right, it's the same kind of question. We want to find the quadratic function whose vertex is 2, 4, and now it passes through the point 4, 7. Well, just like before, since the vertex is 2, 4, that tells us that 2, 4 must equal to HK, right? It's just like in the other example. See? Just like that. So from here, what do we get? Well, again, the coordinates have to be the same if the 2 points are equal. So we have 2 equals h, which is the same as saying h equals 2. We have 4 equals k. Well, sorry, 4 equals k, and that's the same as saying k equals 4. You can see, as you can see. Okay, good, good. So from here, we know at least that f of x must be a times x minus 2 squared plus 4. Again, what am I doing here? We have our h and k, and I'm substituting. H I substituted 2, k I substituted 4. Good. Good. So that's what we get here. Okay. But now the question is, what about the a? But we know that the point 4, 7, right? 4, 7, excuse me, 4, 7 is on the graph of the function. And that means when x is 4, the whole equation has to equal to 7, which is really the same as saying this, that f of 4 is 7. So when x is 4, we have to get 7 back. So in other words, we have this. 7 is f of 4, right? We know that's true. But we also know that f of 4 is equal to a times 4 minus 2 squared plus 4. Right? So again, we know 7 must be f of 4. And since this equation is true, that's what we found. We get f of 4 must be a times 4 minus 2 squared plus 4. So we have these two equations. Excuse me, we have these two equations. And from here, of course, we get this. Okay, so let's do some work. Well, here we have a times 4 minus 2 squared plus 4, which is, of course, a times 2 squared plus 4. And so, of course, that's equal to 4 times a plus 4. But we got to figure out what a is. So a is basically the unknown, but we have our equation, right? Okay, so it's just like what we've done before. You isolate a. Normally, we isolate x. In this case, it's a. So we have this. So we want to get a equals. We have minus 4, right? We're subtracting. So we have 4a, plus 4 equal to 7. We subtract 4 from both sides, and we get 4a equals 3. Okay? Right? We're isolating a, so we subtract 4 from both sides. 4a we get is 3. But we want a, we don't want 4a, so we divide by 4. And we get a, right? When we divide by 4, here the 4's cancel, we get a. Here we get 3/4, so a is 3/4. Thus, we have what our a is, and we know what f of x is. So this is the quadratic function with vertex 2, 4, right? And it passes through the point 4, 7. As a check, here's the graph. Okay. You know, I graphed this in Desmos, and you could see, yeah, the vertex is 2, 4. And yeah, and it passes through 4, 7. So this is the one we're looking for. Okay. Do you have any questions about that? All right. This is actually a good place to stop because I was going to have you try these next time. So, but we have like a minute left, and I don't want to, go through them now. So next time I'll probably do another one. Then I'll have everyone work on these two. Okay. All right. So let's stop here. All right. Okay. So again, remember the homework is due. Monday of next week. Okay. So is the quiz. All right. If I don't hear from you, I'll see you on Friday.